Well, Greg, welcome to the program. I've had a look. It looks like a beautiful day today in South Canterbury.
Yeah, it is, Mark. Thanks for having us on again. Yep. No, it's a lovely day here. Cold this morning, but it's good now.
So when you say cold, what was it down to?
Oh, I think it's about 3 degrees at home, so that's not really cold, but it's not a frost yet, which is good. We've hardly had a frost, to be honest. It's been amazing. It's been an amazing May. Probably one of the best autumns I've had probably in my farming career, I reckon.
Really? Wow, that's amazing. So what's been just enough rain and just beautiful clear skies?
Yeah, and like warmth, and we've had moisture at the right time. The truth is, South Canterbury probably hasn't been dry properly for 2.5 years, which is hard to believe for South Canterbury. I mean, there's been pockets that have got tight, but we've had rain off and on now for 2.5 years. It's been great. So I'm sure we'll get a dry spell again, but at the moment it's been really good.
So what have you been up to during that time then? You know, getting prepped for winter, I suppose. Lots of feed in storage.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of supplements about. Pasture covers are good on all the pastoral farms. Some of the cropping guys have probably been a wee bit slow getting their their winter crops in, their winter barley or winter wheat. I mean, they'll probably be a wee bit slower. They would have liked the rain to stay away, but as far as pastoral farming, it's been really good.
What about the stock?
Yeah, stock is good. All the stock have gone to the ram or the bull or whatever, the stags, in great order. Yep, I think there'll be some real good conceptions this year as far as lambing percentages or scannings. Would be really good.
Well, it's great to have that sort of positivity, isn't it? I mean, most other areas of the country at the moment, it's all pretty kind of negative, and justifiably with what's been happening, particularly in the North Island with the weather. But you've had a sweet old time. What are you hearing from your members?
The usual things. They're still, farmers are never 100% happy. There's still some of the product prices could be better. Strong wool's still struggling, of course. I mean, that's nothing new. And of course, the shearers have got they've certainly had some pay increases, which have probably been deserved, which puts a lot more pressure on the wool side of sheep farming. There's a wee bit of resistance listening in the markets from even China and that. They haven't probably fully opened up like we'd hoped. I mean, the prices are good, but there's a wee bit of nervousness when you listen to the market reports. So who knows? Touch wood it doesn't. Touch wood it stays up, because there's no doubt our inputs have. Certainly, inflation is affecting farming as much as it's affecting the community, the urban community. Fertiliser, fuel, interest rates are all really starting to bite. So we've got to have our product prices stay up to combat that.
Are you finding that you're noticing that some of those input prices, like for example the diesel and that, are dropping back or starting to drop back a little?
Yeah, well, diesel's certainly come back. I noticed, especially when you're filling the truck up now, she's come back. Fertiliser's come back a little bit. There's been a reduction in the price of urea and some of the high NELS fertilisers, so that's good. Still well above where it was, say, like 2 years ago, but it's certainly come back from its high probably a few months ago.
So what are there any major issues affecting your particular area? It doesn't sound like it at the moment.
Well, there's always the thorny issues of government regulation and council district plans. I've been involved in annual district plans, help the Federated Farmers policy team submit on ECAN's annual plan. So that was a good experience, but there's always those issues that you're trying to keep on top of. It's like trying to put out fires before they get away from us. So there was good consultation with ECAN and with our local district councils. So we're working through them, and hopefully we get some wins. More wins than losses.
So Greg, the old annual general meetings are coming around. Are you up for another year, or when's your time sort of up, as it were?
We had our annual meeting last Monday. I've got another year in front of me. So yep, I was re-elected. Well, I wouldn't say I was re-elected, I was unopposed. So that is a bit of a concern for us. I mean, like most organisations, it's hard to get people to step up and come into some of these roles. You've really got to work on your succession planning. We're trying to send a few more people up to Wellington to get involved in the head office stuff, just to try and get a bit more understanding, to try and maybe get and have a taste for it. But it's not easy, but there's the people that come out of the woodwork eventually, hopefully, or else I could be here for a long time.
And I mean, what have you learnt in your tenure? I mean, has it been a great beneficial thing for you to be more involved?
I enjoy it. I enjoy trying to help my industry, but it can be hellishly frustrating at times. I mean, I suppose anyone that gets involved in working with political organisations or working with government or district council, central, regional councils, because being a farmer, you're a practical person and you're trying to look at things through a practical lens. But when you start talking about regulations and rules and things, that's not always through a practical lens, and it just can be bloody frustrating. But you've just got to try and do your best and do your best for your fellow farmers. That's the way I look at it.